Hey, I'm Lewis Porter Jr., and I'm responding to a post that I saw that Gareth put up at his website, Tabletopocalypse now. Okay. Since Gareth and I have been on both extremes of issues not most times, like all the times, I thought I'd like to make a comment, and I didn't feel like writing something out, because I didn't think it would come across the way I wanted to, so I said, shoot a video, put it up, everybody can know exactly how I feel right then and there. I don't think anyone in the history of gaming has such an interesting perspective as Gareth and I, since we're usually on the extremes on both ends of these situations. But he's right. This one he's right. I mean, the tabletop industry is coming to an end. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be in 10 years, maybe even 15, 20 years. Because the gaming industry follows pretty much the same problem that the comic book industry has. New things are coming in, taking away from their core customer base, and they're trying to find ways to keep people involved. Do I think comic books are going to end? No. No. They'll change in format. There'll be something different. They'll be on the pad. They'll still, they'll be different, but it won't be the thing that I remember as a kid. It'll be something different, and that's just natural for things evolving. So, and the numbers, okay. I don't know. Some people say, Fred's numbers are Fred's numbers. I can't dispute them, but that's the numbers he put out. But I've always been a big believer in you don't put out exactly all your numbers. And some people are into transparency like that, but I'm like, your sales are something that is a little private to your business. So I'm always questioning when people give me numbers of how many they sold, because it's one of those things of you never tell people exactly what you sold, because if you can do some quick math, you can figure out how much money they've made. And even better, you can figure out how much their licensing costs. And, there's lots of ways to go about this. So that's why I'm never really 100% on the numbers. So, but if that's what he says they are, that's what they are. I'm not going to debate that. We're not going to get into that right now. But the numbers are small. They're small numbers. 3,000 is not a lot for a quarter. Those are not great numbers. Plus, on top of that, it's just a lot of, I don't know. You go to ICV2, you hear what they say, and the numbers are small, and these numbers are small, and these guys are going, and these, I've been hearing that since day one. I remember when the X-Men sold, X-Men #1 with Jim Lee and Chris Claremont sold 8 million copies of 5 different covers of the same comic book. So if you want to do the math on that, figure like 1.2 million were actually sold of one comic book. And now, if they sell 100,000, 150, that's like a minor miracle. What's the problem with Marvel? Why can't Marvel do it? What's the issue? What's the thing missing? I don't know. But, is it the price issue? Was it $3.99 a piece or $2.99 a piece is not a good price for 23 pages of story? Non-books cost too much. Does gaming cost too much? Yeah. Gaming books cost too much. They cost too much. We do these books, we do them. We all want to make profit on them, but they cost too much to do. We've got to find a way to do them cheap and make them look good. And I'll go back to one of my favorite arguments, and people are going to freak out on this one. But, artists wanting $100 a page. That doesn't make any sense. And if you look at the numbers, let's use Fred's numbers. You sell 3,000 copies, and you want $100 a page. How many, why would I give you that kind of money if your art's not helping me increase my sales? So it's just another issue to talk about another time. But like I said, I think Gareth is right. There is going to be an end. I don't think it's tomorrow. I think it will happen. I think, like all things, it's going to evolve. And now I'm recording this before I've gone to the RPG.net comments on it, so I can only guess what they're saying over there. But I at least wanted to give my opinion on it. And like I said, it's my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. Talk to you later.